when Bari and Blue threw poo at you. That's the name of this episode, and really it's when Bari and Blue threw poo at me. And Bari and Blue are hyper successful event producers. So they produce Russell Brunson's Funnel Hacking Live, a bunch of Tony Robbins stuff, and not only live in-person events, but these massive virtual events. And I had cornered them and had a captive audience, and oh my gosh, it felt like I just got massively shot down. So that's what this episode is about.
You know when someone is selling from stage and at the end the audience gets up and rushes to the back of the room to buy? That's a table rush. My name is Mischa Z, and the Table Rush Talk Show is all about bringing you the tools, strategies, and tactics that you can use to grow your audience and inspire them to buy.
When Bari and Blue threw poo at you. Well, really, when Bari and Blue threw poo at me. So the rest of the story. So when I was at Mastermind in Paradise, this was April, tail end of March, first day of April of 2023, this time. I was also at Mastermind in Paradise in 2022 at this time. Both of them amazing learning experiences, massive networking, massive growth, massive just tsunami of inspiration. But I'll save that for another day. In this case, sorry, a bit distracted. I'm trying to stay focused and not go down the rabbit holes. And I just want to let you know as well, the wireless go-to kit that I've made so I can record while I'm walking now, and having the attachments connect to pop sockets. Oh my gosh, I'm going to do an episode on that because you need to know how to do this. So I was at Mastermind in Paradise 2023, and I get all pumped up to, in effect, go pitch some heavy hitters my services, right? I was talking to Coach Steve Bartesco, I think his name is. He's one of the coaches in Russell Brunson's coaching programs. So Steve used to coach the 2CCX, which is the coaching group I'm in. That's the $30,000 a year one, paid monthly. And then when you get your 2 Comma Club award, you graduate to, which means you've generated $1 million of revenue with your funnel. And I want to let you know that's revenue, not net income, which are 2 very different things. We can save that for another episode as well. But Steve Bartesco was my coach. He was literally assigned to me in the 2CCX. Yes, so when you graduate, when you go to Russell Brunson's inner circle, if you want to. So from the 2CCX, you get your $1 million in revenue, and now they say, great, you need a new level of learning and networking and opportunities to brainstorm and mastermind and really learn how to implement systems to scale. That's what's coming out of Russell's inner circle. So the 2CCX is how to kind of figure out what you're doing, test and try, play with things, find an offer that resonates with the public, then start growing that offer, kind of start scaling it, get to $1 million revenue with it. Okay, then it's time to blow up. So Steve, excuse me, effectively got moved to the inner circle coaching. Those lucky dogs. I love Steve. Hey Steve, if you're listening to this. So Steve is no longer my official coach, although I could reach out to him if I wanted to. But we ended up having a taco at Mastermind in Paradise. I was hanging out with him and my other coach friend, Vince's wife, Tammy. And I think there was someone else there too. I can't remember who it was. But Steve was like, yo man, it's time to stop asking questions and start pitching people, in effect is what he said. You can listen to the episode right before this one, and where the epiphany of it's time to stop asking questions and start taking action, testing and trying. It felt like Eileen Wilder had basically smacked me on the side of the head, saying, duh, here's the answer, you already have it. So anyway, along that vein of thinking, Steve, and this, it's funny, I wonder if Steve, yes, this conversation with Steve was before the Eileen Wilder one, so he helped set the stage. So Steve gets me all pumped up and he's like, what do you want to talk about? He goes, how could you help people right now, today? He's like, I was like, well, podcasting, of course, because I'm a prolific podcaster, and so I could help people get their podcast going. There's a ton of people in the mastermind, at the Mastermind in Paradise, who are not podcasting, but need to. So he's like, you could do that. Or he goes, what about this testimonial thing? You can talk about that too. I can help people get their testimonials, customer testimonials, that move the needle in their business. And he goes, which do you want to talk about? And I was like, fine, I'll talk about testimonials that move the needle in your business. He says, good, go find some people. I challenge you and I want you to report back the next day. Or he's like, I challenge you to go talk to some people tomorrow and then report back at the end of the day. and so oh my gosh, it's so funny to relive this through you. Thank you for listening. And I've gotten a little bit down the rabbit hole, but you know the backstory now. So I'm on a mission. I go out and I pitch Pedro, and you can listen to that episode. It's 2 or 3 episodes ago. I pitch Pedro, and I just get shellacked. I crater. It falls flat. He's like, what are you talking about? He literally looked at me and was like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's how sideways my pitch went. And I was like, okay, we'll talk about it another time. Bye-bye. And so I was like, keep your head up high. I go through my affirmations. I'm praying, you know. In effect, I'm still a good person. God's got me on the right path. You know, there'll be lessons to learn from that implosion. So keep your head up high, go back out into the crowd, and keep mingling, keep networking. Don't go to your room and hide, because that's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to my room and hide under the covers. So I chest affirmations. I'm feeling good. Yeah, I'll be okay. But I'm nervous because ego shot for sure. So begrudgingly, I go back into the crowd, and I end up standing next to Carla White. And I tell Carla, hey Carla, if you're listening to this, I tell Carla, and you can Google her. She does amazing stuff with AI and writing books and all these things. Carla's super cool. So, oh my goodness. I'm just thinking, how far am I into this episode and I haven't even got to Bari and Blue yet? Jeez Louise. Hang in there with me, people. I totally appreciate you listening this far, listening to the story, listening to the backstory. I love you guys. I love you for that. Thank you. Thank you. Right there. Yes, for listening. Anyhow, Carla, I'm like, oh my God, Carla, I just got shellacked. I pitched Pedro and it fell flat. And somehow I was like, yeah, someone said I need to talk to Bari and Blue. This girl, Allie, who does tiny offers, Google Allie, can't remember her last name right now, but Allie. You could literally Google Allie, tiny offers, and you can see what she was up to. So I ended up at a dinner with Allie and my son and the traffic ninjas, Sylvia and Kristen Myers, and another mother and daughter. I can't remember what she did, but anyway, this is the kind of stuff that's happening at the Mastermind in Paradise. So I'm at the stinking dinner, and I gave Allie my soft pitch that I referenced in some episode over the past couple of days. That's what you're doing at these Mastermind in Paradises. If you can serve at these networking events, if you can serve the people at the networking event, it's kind of a soft pitch all the time. And sometimes Steve's like, you got a straight up hard pitch. So anyway, Allie gave her the soft pitch, and she's like, oh my gosh, you totally need to run this by Bari and Blue. I was like, okay. And you're probably wondering what the pitch is. I'll do another episode on that. What is the soft pitch anyway? So fast forward, Carla's like, well, there's Blue right there. So, oh my gosh. So I'm like, all right, no time like the present. Go talk to Blue. And you know what I'm gonna do? Since we're at 11 minutes and 10 seconds, plus another minute or two for intros and outros, I'm gonna end it there. Listen to the next episode, because I want you to get back to your day. Listen to the next episode when Bari and Blue threw poo at you or me. I'm not sure if that's what it's going to be called, but it'll be part 2. Whatever this episode is part 1. Now there's going to be a part 2. All right. Love you. Thank you for listening. Keep taking messy action. Give me a 5-star review, please. It would help me so much, especially because I'm about to go on podcast tour where I'm trying to guest speak on 50 podcasts in 100 days to help explode my business, my influence, my revenue, my leads. So yeah, subscribe. Leave me a review if you're just stumbling upon me now. You get it. Okay, enjoy the day. Enjoy my outro.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Table Rush Talk Show. For resources to help you sell your stuff, go to belove.media/resources. That's belove.media/resources. And be sure to subscribe, comment, 5-star, and share. Thank you again for listening.